Well, it's time to go plant some more wheat today. Just the same old usual kind of stuff, you know. The cool part about it today is, oh, did I mention? Ain't no cowboy, son. Given the awesome opportunity to test drive demonstrate this. It's a 9470 RX 4-track tractor. It's got a 50-foot air seeder, very similar to what I normally use to what I have, but I'm just going to kind of run the two together literally in the same field. I've got 50 acres worth of seed and fertilizer left in there. We're going to run it out, finish it up, hop in the other tractor immediately, and just kind of give a little comparison to seeding. This isn't like a situation where we're short on traction, we need tracks. We're just very much going to compare the trip down the road, the trip through the field. It's very apples to apples. We're going to compare the tracks versus tires, kind of the new fresh series to the 1 series back, and I want to compare also the tow behind cart to the tow between cart that I'm used to looking at. I think it'll be fun. I'm kind of curious to see how this shakes out. Okay, this is folded up. I'm going to just kind of give it a quick look, make sure. Well, that ain't right. I think we're missing a wheel. I don't know, it was like that when I got it, so I'm just going to roll on with it. Car looks good, as far as I know. I'm very familiar with the John Deere air seeders, but this is just a totally different little setup style that I'm used to. So a quick look over before I hit the road. It's just 2.5 miles down the road, so it's not a big, long road trip. But I just want to make sure I don't hit the road and mess something up. First impressions, this is very smooth going down the road. I haven't got up to quite full speed yet. We got down to 42 last night. I'm getting everything just a few minutes to warm up good. But there's no, typical tractor sits over the weekend. It's cold in the morning. The tires are big, especially a big metric tire like I'm used to. It's going to have a flat spot. It's going to lope just a little bit before the tires get warmed up good and soft. But this thing starting off right off the bat is very, very smooth going down the road. Okay, first impressions. I've been in this tractor planting for about 30 minutes after the quick road trip. It is smooth, but there are instances where I think tires work better. I ran through a small washout ditch and that front idler hit really, really hard. And it was more of a jolt than what a normal tire would have been. But I'm going straight, but the direction of this plow has changed. And obviously where I'm running with the rows, with the furrows, even though it's been harrowed and smoothed out, it's very smooth. Whenever I get right across it, it has a funky bounce. It's a different bounce than what a normal tire track would have, but it's still got a little bit of a bounce to it. Going up and over terraces, it seems pretty smooth. It doesn't necessarily drop whenever you cross the first top line. The tracks obviously do a good job. It's a little bit different, but I think I like it. It's not bad really. As far as the tractor itself, it's not much different. The only biggest difference is it has this humongous screen right here instead of the small one and the big one over here. And it took some getting used to. The operating system is a little bit different. It took me a good 10 minutes to figure out exactly how to get the auto steer set the way I wanted to. Whereas in my old one, the way I know it, I'm not saying it's wrong, it's just a little bit different, newer and updated. I could have had what I wanted to in 20 seconds and it would have been right down the road planting. So that's kind of my take on it. It's nothing different really, or nothing wrong, just a little bit different. And so it just takes a few minutes to get used to. But it is very nice. It is very nice. It's very smooth. It turns very nice. The smoothness of it is really pretty impressive for the most part. Hope the neighbor doesn't mind me filming. Okay, so I've been in it for an hour and a half. Almost done with my time in because I'm about out of seat. Here's something I think I like and I don't like. Although it's a small thing, this area right here, there's lots of stuff going on. I can't really look over and see right there. The tracks aren't very narrow, and we can see right down here and see all of that, and right here too. Not necessarily the air breather stack because that hides behind the post right here, but all this other stuff that I really can't see, all this extra footboard, takes up a lot of viewing space. Now here's something I do like. With the tow behind cart, I can see all the way across this entire air seeder. It's nice to be able to see that, but however, the cart is a long ways back there. I think the train itself is a little longer. And something else I've noticed is as you go over a terrace and sweep over a terrace, if the cart is heavy and full of seed, it will slide down the hill and pull the actual drill itself down the hill one way or another, and it won't follow your track perfectly even. Right here, the drill itself is slid over about a foot from where it needs to be, simply because the cart is pulling it down the hill some. It's kind of getting back on track now, but it does slide just a little bit. Well, my time here at the 9RX is over, and it was a fun drive. I think I planted 45 or 50 acres. You know, it was a good hour and a half worth of driving and stuff. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. Something I kind of realized. Let's look down this line. See, the tractor is pretty narrow. Okay, the tractor is narrow, but then usually your implement tires are sticking out over here. And so what I kind of realized is going down the road, it was smooth. It was right in the middle of the road. In all honesty, the track width of it, it's driving the same path as what the cars do, the normal automobiles and vehicles. But then the actual implement tires are way out over here. And so what I was noticing is while the tractor was riding smooth down the road, the implement, if it got over to one side or another, was starting to bounce and hop a little bit, just simply because it was going off in the ditch a little bit and hitting the rough spots, like, you know, a little pile of grass or gravel, something like that. So it's just one of those things to consider. Just get it in your head that the tractor is narrow, but then the implement behind it going down the road is sitting and making a much wider track than what the tractor itself is. So, but other than that, it was a fun drive. I guess in the meantime, I'll go hop in this tractor and get back at it. We took a short break. We had to chase some cattle. Actually, it wasn't short. It was kind of long. Okay, so the 470RX is parked. I'm waiting on Seed to get here to fill this one up. We're going to hop in it, literally the same field on the same tracks, right next to where it was. And, why, Canyon, what are you doing all over there? See him? He's leaving. Okay, anyway. So we're going to hop in, literally run the exact right next to where it was and just compare to how it rode. But first, we gotta wait on Seed to get here because that thing is empty and it's ready. Where you going, bro? You leaving? Okay. Guess I'll go back to my business here. Look who showed up. Dalton is here with the Seed wagon. Okay, we have been back in the wheeled tractor for a good 30-45 minutes. I didn't quite realize, but man, that tractor is really smooth compared to this. What I realized afterwards is the 9RX has a suspended cab, which isn't necessarily a lot. I'm going to say 90% of the smoothness has to do with the actual tracks versus the tires, but this suspended cab is just kind of the icing on the cake. The seat bed itself is smooth. It's got a little bit of some ridges in it and stuff from the chisel plow that did not get completely leveled out, which that is some of what I'm feeling. And plus this cart, it's full of fertilizer, full of seed, everything's full, and it's obviously a Toby Tween attached directly to the tractor. It makes an effect on how smooth the tractor itself is. It squats the tires down, it takes all of the give out of it. It's kind of like putting a big old load on the back of your pickup and driving down a rough road. It doesn't quite have the give it normally has, and so it squats it down pretty good. Okay, something else I've noticed is I feel like the 8 tires might pick up more dust than the 4 tracks. I kind of have that hunch, that assumption that is the case. This being so long, whenever I get all the way behind it, I often can't see exactly where I'm at because of the dust. Now granted, that's not an every situation kind of thing. This is a very dusty field. It's been dry. We haven't had any rain in a while. And there's no wind right now. So the dust is not carrying off. It just kind of stays there. Here's something else. On here, the auto steer button is right here. On the other one, it's about here, but it's a solid button, not a switch. Here I've got a little switch to press. So it's just what I'm used to. Nothing different. I eventually got used to that, but after coming back to this one, I think I like this one a little bit more, but I like the placement of the other one better. I don't know, it's just my own personal opinion. What do you think, Canyon? What do you think of that tractor? Is it kind of neat? Well, the day is winding down. The sun has set. We got the comparison from the tire tractor to the 9RX track tractor. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time with both. There's lots of interesting differences. We have obviously tires and tracks. We have a tow between cart, a tow behind cart, a 42-foot 3-section and a 50-foot 5-section. So there's lots of comparisons. Really about apples to apples as a person can really get. Granted, we weren't doing any hard tillage, hard pulling. We're really short on traction. It was just simply driving through a field, you know, equal conditions, side by side. Lots of good comparisons. So thanks for watching. I want to appreciate my friend Jason for letting me drive his little tractor out here. Please like, subscribe, comment, and Canyon, let's hop in and go home.